Welcome back to my channel and episode 3 of my new Minecraft world. In this video, I will be doing fishing for enchants, making a farm, and collecting some animals. Then we'll be using some of the stuff that we gathered to trade with villagers and getting them started too. My goal is to get all diamond armor and tools today without mining at all for emeralds or diamonds. So I'm going to be starting off with fishing because you get a lot of good enchants this way without having to hunt down a railroad to get them like that. That takes forever. I hate it. And you also get like a lot of fish and stuff like that you can trade to villagers for a lot of emeralds. Not to mention you get saddles and name tags and stuff, which I like to have a bunch of for when I start getting horses. At first, you just combine a stick and a string and you'll get a regular fishing pole, and then you just start fishing. After a while, you will get an enchanted fishing pole. Sometimes they don't have that great of enchants, so you have to combine them in the anvil. But on my very first catch of a fishing pole, I got the best enchants it could have, which are Luck of the Sea 3, Unbreaking 3, Lure 3, and Mending. Luck of the Sea gives you better items, like you're more likely to get enchants and enchanted bows and stuff, which is awesome. Unbreaking makes it last longer before you have to repair it. Lure makes it so there's less time in between when you can like pull in your fishing pole, like catch stuff. And Mending makes it so that when you catch things and the little experience dots come to you, those repair the pole, so you don't have to like run and repair it all the time. It's doing it itself. I just kept fishing until I got a bow because I need at least one good one to go down in that cave. Just smacking stuff with an axe sucks. This one's actually not that great, so I'm just going to keep doing it until I get one I like. I kept fishing until I got some enchants that I liked, and bows also. I put all the stuff I got in these boxes so that you can see all the kinds of things that you can get when you go fishing. It's really rewarding. Instead of having to hunt them down, you could just stand in one spot and get a lot of awesome stuff. Plus, all that fish you can trade to the fishing villagers and get a ton of emeralds. I'll be doing that later. These are all of the enchants and enchanted things that I got. There's a whole bunch of them, and there's some really good enchants on here. If you put looting on a sword and then hit animals, then you get sometimes double or even triple the amount of stuff you would normally get. I got a few efficiencies, which makes it so that when you're mining, it doesn't take as long, which is really helpful if you're the type of person who hates mining. I don't mind it at all. Also, Unbreaking is usually hard to get, especially if you're trying to find it in mines, but you get it not nearly as hard if you do it by getting it when you're fishing. And if you put that on your armor or tools, it takes a lot longer for them to break, which is great, so you don't have to keep coming up and repairing them. Also, it took a while for me to figure out that if you have like efficiency 3 on 2 pickaxes, you don't have to combine them just to get efficiency 4 that way. If you get 2 books with efficiency 3, you can combine those and have efficiency 4, and it doesn't make it harder for you to combine your tools the next time. And it takes a lot less experience to combine books than it does tools usually, which I think is awesome too. These are the bows that I got. They're pretty good, but I prefer it if I had infinity instead of mending. Mending makes it so that when you kill things, the bow will be repaired by the experience you get from killing things. But if you have infinity, you only need one arrow to shoot for like ever. And if you have mending, you need a ton of arrows because each shot takes another arrow, and I hate that. Usually I make this structure that like spawns and kills monsters, so it drops their items into boxes. But initially when you start out, you don't have enough stuff to make that. So I'm trying to show it how things will be if you just start out, and like the cheapest, easiest ways to make those things. And then later on we could do the more advanced stuff. Now that we're done with the fishing part, I'm going to make a little farm here for a few of the type of the seeds and stuff that I already have. These are cool in case of emergency food, and I know a lot of people like to trade with farming villagers, so I'll just put this in here. But I don't usually mess with the farmers unless I'm desperate for food and I go to gather some potatoes or whatever, and then I have a bunch of extra stuff in my inventory. I'll either save it for breeding animals, or then I'll trade it with the villagers. My primary thing to trade with them, though, is usually fish or cobblestone, because they like smooth stone, and if you throw all that extra cobblestone into a furnace or whatever, then or a stove, I don't know, whatever the basic one is, I can't remember right now. It'll cook it, and then you can trade that with the villagers, and that's just great because I end up filling boxes and boxes full of cobblestone, and it takes up a lot of space. I'm lighting this up because lots of monsters like to spawn in my farms even when it's lit, but it's way worse if it's not. Next, we go through and just fill it with dirt. You gotta leave the middle area clear though, so that we could put water there. Otherwise, when you farm, the dirt will dry out and you'll have to replow it. Now that that's done, I'm gonna go get some water to put in there. You're gonna need buckets. You just put silver ingots in the crafting table, and you can make buckets that way. You only need a couple because once you get this started, you can just move water from one lane to the next without having to go back to the lake. I'm going to continue doing this until they all have water. Now I'm going to use some oak slabs to put in the middle so that I don't keep falling into the water when I'm trying to harvest the crops. You can't put planks because it'll just like delete all the water, which, you know, defeats the purpose. Then you just plow all the dirt, pretty much. I am going to have to double back and do the pumpkins again because they need groups of dirt. They can't be cut off in the middle like that. I'll do that when I get down there to seeding that part. This first one is going to be wheat. You could get these little seeds just by going around and clearing the little weeds and stuff on the grass. It'll drop seeds. I don't have very many carrots to start because in the village I went to, it didn't have that. It had beets or something. And I just got this one from a monster drop. These ones were easier because they were in the village that we found. So I won't have to bone meal much of these. I got the potatoes in the boxes at the village. Zombies and stuff drop these too, so you could get those that way. The sugarcane you usually find on the banks of rivers or beaches. They can't be in plowed dirt, so I'm gonna have to undo this. I'm gonna redo this pumpkin part too because it needs connected dirt for them to grow. I'll probably do it some more like that later when I get more pumpkin seeds, but I only have a couple right now. There we go. Now it'll grow like that. I'm gonna put the labels on these because my OCD will not let me continue until I do. And then I'm gonna start bone mealing the ones that don't have a lot in their areas. The finished product will look something like this. Here's a different angle. Now I'm gonna do this part where I create like this little side spot for me to put my horses until I get enough supplies to make a barn. This spot is gonna be where I put the animals, like sheep and cow and pigs and stuff. If the TV in the background bothers you, I'm sorry. I did not know that the mic was on. And, yeah, it got me watching the Discovery Channel. My bad. I can't help it. It's so great. I didn't want to mute the sound though, because half of Minecraft for me is the sound of the placing the stuff. If it's just quiet, I hate that. So for this one, we're just gonna have some Discovery Channel in the background. I'll be more careful with the mic next time. Sorry, guys. This area was pretty cool. Animals are already spawning here. I trapped 2 sheep. So far we've got 1 cow and 2 sheep. Now I just need 1 more cow, a couple pigs, and a couple chickens. Found roses when I started hunting. I love roses. They're so pretty. I know it's red for sure. I'd make the whole world red if I could. It's such a pretty color. Look at that. Aw. I looked all over and I only found 1 pig so far. He's trying to escape. Put him back where he belongs and then we'll go find some more. Chicken. It's a bummer when there's only like 1 and you have to keep going back and forth, back and forth. It was cool. One of them practically wandered into the cage itself. This is what I'm talking about. There's a whole bunch in one area. Just had to get them back home. I had a creeper chasing me too. If I had stopped for a second, they'd have got blown up. Nailed it. And this is what it looks like in the front, what we've done so far. Now let's run on over to the village and see if we can get these villagers a little house or something, so then we can get them to a point where we could start trading. Yay! I'm just going to make them a little basic house to start with so I can get them going as fast as possible. It's not a very attractive building, but it's good for production, so I'll show you how I do it in case you don't know how to make one of these yet. It's going to be 12 in the front and then 12 on the side, leaving 2 spots in between for doors because I like having double doors in the front. It's easier to get them in and out. It's only 2 high, but we needed at least 3, so I'm going to have to bring it up 1 more level now. Then I'm just going to fill in some of the roof. Not all the way though, because it'll be completely dark and things can spawn in here. I'm going to place these gates to keep the villagers in their little cubby holes. Then I'm going to open them so it's easier to get them in. Dig out little holes for beds in each one of these things because when you trade with the villagers, it'll have a limit on it per day, and if they don't sleep, then you can't trade with them anymore. They have to sleep. I'm going to start with these villagers right here because I hate this path in my way. It's super annoying. I'm going to build up the sides so it makes them harder to escape because they're not very smart. I need to get them both in the boat so that they don't wander off while I'm trying to move them. If I can get the right angle, he should pop in there. See, like the farmer, he got in. But this one is giving me such a hard time. Maybe if I go up through the side here, I could push him or something. Finally. I might just push him through the wall. Yeah, I'm going to put him through the wall so we don't have to go around the house in the dark, have a zombie eat him or something. Oh my gosh, this trader is so annoying. There we go. Now I'm going to close this back up so nothing comes in. I'm going to put these down so that they don't try and run off. If there's too many beds left around the village, they won't key to the ones you're placing. So I just push them in there so they can't run away while I go try and get the other villagers or collect the other beds. I trapped 2 in this little thing that I made so that I can move their house to put that other one there. Oh, crap. Freaking hate those dudes. Alright, so let's try this again. The boat gives you a hard time moving from path to grass, so I'm going to remove this stuff and make a path to get them in here. My side's not long enough. I have to block it all up because they'll just run out the door when they get out of the boat. Not smart, not smart. I get these guys in each one of their own little cubby holes. Dang it, It's so hard once they get up against stuff. You just gotta smack them. Smack. Smack 'em. Go. There. I'm just gonna keep doing this until I get all the villagers inside. This is what it should look like. I try to organize them, but they'll keep switching jobs until you trade with them to a point where their little badge on them is like an emerald. These ones are all gray, so they're gonna do their own thing because I haven't traded with them at all. I'm just gonna check what they want real quick so I can go get it. I know the fishermen want the fish, so we have a ton of that already. I'm gonna run back and get a bunch of stuff that they want so we could start trading with them. To save space, I combine coal and copper and not silver. I keep doing that. The iron. So when I go to trade, I have to pull all that out because right now it's just concentrated. I'm just going to trade them all my stuff and get a whole bunch of emeralds now. It also levels them up and gives you a ton of experience, which is great. I love that you're getting so much experience just doing, stuff to get the things you want. Fishing gives you a bunch, mining gives you a bunch, trading gives you a bunch. When you feed your animals, it gives you a lot of experience. When you breed your animals, it gives you a lot of experience. It's super easy to level up if you just do the basic things that you need to do. You don't have to go hunting down monsters and die over and over. That way is like super inefficient to me. You're just breaking all your gear and having to mine for diamonds to fix it. It's just, I just save my iron for the villagers, apart from making 1 or 2 pickaxes for redstone and lapis and stuff like that. The coal I almost always save unless I'm in a pinch in a cave and can't see. Because you can make charcoal just by putting wood in the top part of a stove. And it does the exact same thing as coal. We got the first part of our diamond set. Boots. Yay! We're on our way here. We're going to work on the next guy and see what he's going to give us as far as armor. Pants. His first thing is pants. I don't use shields, but I'm going to buy a bunch of his garbage just to get him to level up to unlock those. Sweet, now we got those too. I'm going to do the same thing with this guy over here hiding by the mason corner. I hope it's not one of the ones we already have. Not looking good so far. We already have boots. Meh. I'm going to move on to the weaponsmiths, see what they've got. Huh, axe is good. You need axes to cut down a lot of trees, so that one's not too bad. I'm dumping all this stuff out of my inventory, and then I'm going to grab the diamond stuff and see if I can remove some of the enchants so I can put my own ones on there. You can't put enchants on something that's already enchanted. You need this little grinder to take them off. Just pop it in there and then tap it and it takes off the enchant. I'm going to head back to spawn base and find some good enchants to put on there. Now we have Unbreaking and Protection 4. There was a bunch on there, but those are the 2 that are going to help us with the pants. My anvil broke, so I had to make a new one real quick. Nice, that's our first armor enchant. Yay! Look how much the armor went up in the top left, man. That's so awesome. I'm gonna grab some more stuff to go back and trade with the villagers again. Sorry, I've been wanting to combine these efficiency 4s for like a good minute. I love seeing efficiency 5. Yeah, there it is. I'm gonna put that on the diamond pickaxe. That's gonna be the first thing with efficiency 5. Just gotta go get it first. I've had cobblestone cooking, so it makes the stone they want, and also copper and other stuff, because it was just taking up too much space in my mind box. I hate full boxes, it's so annoying. Alright, let's head back to the villagers. Masons are the bomb. They take all the garbage you don't want. Mostly. Stone stuff, anyway. Give me my helmet now. Yay. One more piece of our outfit down. That's what I'm talking about. This guy has our chest piece. You just have to give him a lot of silver to unlock it. Woo woo! Now we have our full set. So pretty. Worth it. Moving on to weapons and tools. This guy has my sword. Okay, we've got that, so now I'm gonna disenchant it. Let's find out what this next guy has. Finally, a pickaxe! Yeah. Now we just have to unlock it. Got to do more trading. We have enough, so I'm gonna grab an axe from this guy. I know I have more silver. I'm gonna get it, and then we can unlock his thing. Nice, finally. Man, that one was rough. I'm gonna disenchant it, and then I'm gonna head back to the spawn house so I could get some awesome enchants for it. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Just in case you missed it, this is our gear and weapons so far. I've only been playing a couple days, and we haven't mined for any diamonds or emeralds or anything like that. And we already have super awesome diamond stuff. It's really, really fun and cool to be able to get that stuff without having to go to like level 0 or level 11 or whatever and hope you find 4 or 5 diamonds. Instead, you get like all of it in just a couple days. I really hope this helps you guys as much as it helped me when I was figuring this out. It took like a lot of experimenting and just a lot of time playing it. If you find these videos helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for more of them. This is only episode 3, and we've already gotten through so much. I know it's not like OP farms or whatever yet, but we are just getting started here. And I'm trying to show you guys the best and most efficient way to do it, instead of spending like weeks and months gathering. We're only a few days in, and I think we've done pretty awesome so far. I do want to get on breaking for the new diamond stuff, and preferably mending, so when we kill things it repairs our armor and weapons. So I'm going to head back over to fishing until I get most, if not all of those. You can also get silk touch, which is cool, and I'm really hoping I get that. Alright guys, so we're coming to the end of this episode. if you'd like to support my channel, you can go in the description to buy me a coffee. And you could buy me a taco there. It really helps. You don't have to if you don't want to or aren't able to. It's only if you can and want to. Oh, cherry blossoms. Nice. We don't have to hunt for that biome for a while. Girl's gonna love this. Oh my gosh. She's more into purple now, but she used to like pink. We'll see. Better than my red roses. Alright, so anyway, I appreciate you guys so much. And thanks for watching my videos. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. And have an awesome day. Bye!